We start off with news news that has been just communicated from the Cabinet on Monday, January 18th, 2021. His Excellency Paul Kagame, the President of the Republic of Rwanda, chaired a virtual Cabinet meeting. The Cabinet approved resolutions of the previous meeting held on January the 4th, 2021. Now, upon assessment of the recent unprecedented rise in the cases, death and transmission rate in the community, the Cabinet called on Rwandans to heighten vigilance in observing COVID-19 health guidelines in order to slow the spread of the virus. Now, the surge in cases specifically in the city of Kigali has necessitated a lockdown. Citizens are urged to significantly reduce social interactions and limit movements only to essential services. The following measures will take effect immediately, to be reviewed after 15 days upon a health assessment. Specific measures in the city of Kigali: unnecessary movements, including visits outside home, are prohibited except for essential services including medical, healthcare, food, shopping, banking, etc., and for personnel performing such services. Now, all movements will require an approved permit from the Rwanda National Police. A complete list of essential services will be shared by the Ministry of Local Government. Travel between Kigali and other provinces and districts of the country is not permitted. Except for essential services and tourism, tourists must possess a negative COVID-19. Public transport is prohibited. However, transportation of food and essential goods will continue to function. Motors and bicycles are not permitted to carry passengers but may offer delivery services. All employees, public and private, shall work from home except for those providing essential services. Businesses are closed, except distribution and delivery services, as well as those selling food and medicine, which include pharmacies, hygiene and cleaning products, fuel and other essential items, but will operate at 30% capacity. Businesses permitted to operate must close by 6 p.m. Restaurants and cafes will only provide take-away services. Now, all schools, public and private, including universities, are closed. However, remote learning is encouraged. Places of worship are closed. Kigali International Airport will remain open. Arriving passengers must present a negative PCR taken within 120 hours prior to their first departure. Departing passengers must present a negative PCR test before departure. Designated hotels for arriving passengers will remain open under strict COVID-19 preventive measures. RDB will share a complete list of approved hotels. Tourism activities will continue in strict adherence with COVID-19 health guidelines. Now, these include hotels, tour operators and transport services facilitating guests. Tourists and service providers shall inform RDB of itineraries. Hotels will only host essential conferences upon written approval from RDB. Detailed guidelines will be provided by RDB. Farming will continue for the ongoing agricultural season while observing COVID-19 control measures. Funeral gatherings should not exceed 15 persons. Now, measures in the remaining part of the country. Movements are prohibited from 6 p.m. to 4 a.m. Places of worship are closed. Schools will continue while respecting COVID-19 control measures. All bars remain closed. All social gatherings and events, including religious weddings, ceremonies, receptions, meetings, and conferences, are prohibited. Public gyms and swimming pools shall be restricted from the public, with the exception of those tested guests that are staying at the hotels. Attendance at a wake or vigil, ikirio, should not exceed 10 people at any one time. Funeral gatherings should not exceed 15 persons. Gaming activities remain prohibited. The Cabinet approved establishment of Technology Support Center in Rwanda by the tech experts. The Cabinet approved the following: draft law modifying law determining state finances for the year 2020-2021, draft organic law amending organic law on governing elections, presidential order determining elective posts at the village sales sector and electoral colleges, Prime Minister's order determining members of the Executive Committee of National Councils and modalities for elections, ministerial order relating to the National Report on Climate Change. The Cabinet approved the foreign country representatives of international organizations in Rwanda. Ms. Isa Toure Sar, Country Manager of the African Development Bank in Rwanda with residence in Kigali. Mr. Ekechukwu Daniel Ogabanya, Country Representative of the Global Green Growth Institute in Rwanda with residence here in Kigali. The Minister of Youth and Culture informed Cabinet of the National Heroes Day observed on February 1st, 2021. Related activities will be organized from January 24th to 31st via multiple media platforms through radio, television, as well as social media. Signed, Dr. Edouard Ngirente, Prime Minister in Kigali, January 18th, 2021.